So over the last couple of days, we've learned so much. We've had such great partnership and community in this room. On Tuesday, we brought some real school food vendors. You can see some of the things on your table. There was Brown Butter Cookie Company with that soft baked breakfast biscuit, and Etto Pasta came and they brought samples of their whole grain pasta. I think there's still some more of those floating around, or everybody should have seen that. And Brian, the owner of Etto Pasta, came to the summit Tuesday night. We all were like, wow, isn't that cool? Like, we had vendors here. That's really cool, right? They care about school food. And he told me that he took 3 pages of notes. He was like, no, I loved the summit. This was great. Like, I've learned so much. And I was like, what do you, wow, that's big, right? Now, Brian writes a newsletter. We've talked a lot about newsletters, right? Oh, there we go. Thank you, product placement. That was beautiful. And she does Vanna White. This is great. Brian writes a newsletter, and I know there are so many newsletters. We've heard about some really great ones. Santa Barbara School Wellness Summit newsletter. We've got CDFA's newsletter. I'm sure all of our organizations have these newsletters, right? Brian's got one with Etto Pasta, so you can all follow it if you like. And he sent it out last night to 4,000 people on his list. And I have to share it with you because it's titled, What's for Lunch? It's a picture of one of the slides we had up here, and he talked about his time at the summit. So I just wanted to share this with you briefly before we jump into Devinder slides. It says, feeding the kids. First of all, let's toss those old lunch lady stereotypes out the window. Etto was invited this week to spend the day with some of the most fierce women and rock star dudes of the school lunch world, with attendees from as far away as San Diego and Sacramento. We were invited to attend the 10th annual School Wellness Summit on Monday in Solvang as a featured provider to our region's school lunch program. They talk about the schools that they support, which includes us. We're pretty excited. And they said the summit was an event to learn, network, and help school food administrators learn how to implement change one step at a time and build a better school nutrition program. The program began with some alarming statistics. It's believed that our current generation will have a lower life expectancy for the first time in our country's history. A government report deemed poor childhood nutrition a threat to our national security, with a high percentage of teens unable to pass a basic military health screen. COVID made the situation worse, with BMI, body mass index increases, and more cases of early onset type 2 diabetes. It's been shown that much of the highly processed foods typically found in traditional school lunch programs lead to poor academic performance, depression, and other mental health issues. He was so paying attention. Childhood obesity is also the top target for school bullying. All of these negatives are a significant quantifiable burden on society and, of course, our kids. The good news is things don't have to be this way. Through government programs like the WISC model, that stands for Whole School, Whole Community, and Whole Child, the model is designed to put the child at the center with community support and wellness education at its core. The only way these programs will work is by having dedicated groups of educators, cooks, school food administrators that are willing to put the work in to make a difference. The beauty of attending this summit was learning about example after example of how these folks use their passion to make a difference in our kids' lives. Studies show that school programs that take their commitment to food seriously have kids who eat better at school than those who skip school lunch. Locally, we are blessed to have an amazing group of school food directors who care and get it. Erin Primer is a local legend for her commitment to providing farm-to-table lunches at San Luis Obispo Public Schools, and even having local guest chefs collaborate on recipes. Her ingredient sourcing isn't just restaurant quality, but even better than most restaurants. Lauren Thomas, who's here in the room today at San Miguel, grows and mills her own flour, which students make into tortillas, pizza, and even a little pasta. Jessie Wesh, who runs the Paso program, doesn't mind getting her hands dirty either, and has perfected how to cook our pasta in 80-pound batches after extensive trial and error. Bethany Marquis of Orchid, a former chef, has custom spice blends for her student meals instead of salt and sugar. The reception has been phenomenal. Carlos Muerta of Santa Maria, with 27 schools, and Laurel Goins of AG have the two biggest districts around and have a big juggling act to get all their kids fed healthy with local foods whenever possible. Since these folks work behind the scenes, I wanted to acknowledge their hard work and effort. Next time your kid complains about their school lunch, maybe ask a couple more questions and tell them to give it another try. They could be missing out on something truly special. All of these folks at the summit care deeply about quality, variety, color, and flavor in making school lunches the best they can be. A recent World Health Organization study recently concluded that an investment in school food programs is the most cost-effective investment a nation can make, and I believe it. Brian. So I just wanted to share that with you. What a beautiful and eloquent way to talk about what has happened here and the magic that has been in this room. A school food vendor. It's amazing. Thank you, guys.